Something strange is happening in Los Santos. The summer update feels stripped down, the money's flowing a little too easily, and Rockstar's been unusually quiet about what comes next. But if you look closer, it might not be because they have nothing planned, it might be because they're building something you're not supposed to see. Yet. This is Bishop, part-time narrator, full-time bad decision, and you're listening to 96.9 FM, where the facts are optional and the money's always suspicious. And today we're diving into a conspiracy theory of mine. What if GTA Online is about to split into two separate states, Los Santos and Leonida, each with their own economy, map, and player progression? Not a reset, not a wipe, a pivot. So let's break it down. Let's start with what we know. When Rockstar re-released GTA Online as part of the expanded and enhanced edition for PS5 and Series X, it wasn't just about ray tracing or faster load times. That update was an infrastructure shift. GTA Online stopped being just a mode inside GTA 5 and started becoming a platform, one that could evolve on its own, independently. Now then came GTA Plus. Say what you will about the subscription, but it's a back-end mechanic. It means Rockstar now has a way to toggle features, content, and access based on account-level data, not your story progress or your platform. That kind of system makes it way easier to manage multiple online environments. So the theory goes a little bit like this. Los Santos becomes GTA Online Legacy. The version we've all played for years with your existing business, cars, and bank accounts. And Leonida becomes the GTA Online new state. A new map with a fresh economy, new business, and a separate character progression. They'd exist side by side. You'd keep your legacy character, and optional start fresh in the new state. Want to stay in Los Santos and grind what you've built? Go for it. Want to check out the new map with zero pressure? You can do that too. Want to switch between the two? Maybe there's a cooldown, maybe a travel fee, like how Liberty City Stories used airports to move in between cities. Do you remember that? And importantly, this sidesteps the biggest risk Rockstar faces, which is a hard reset. They know if they wipe your character clean for GTA 6 Online, the backlash will be brutal. This two-stage system solves that. It's not a wipe, it's just a split. Before we tie this into the most recent summer DLC, we need to address the money transfers. After 10 years of grinding through the streets of Los Santos, we've all amassed a certain amount of wealth. And some of us, in a more legitimate way than others, all money is fake, a fat chance Rockstar will let us transfer any of that wealth to the new state to get a jump start, and there's some ways they could explain not transferring the money across. 1. Separate financial jurisdictions. Leonida and Los Santos operate under different financial systems with no linked banks or digital transfers allowed between state lines. So this is the cleanest world building angle. Think two countries with strict anti-money laundering laws. The moment you cross, your Maze bank account gets locked to that state, so no offshore transfers, no carrying LS billions into a fresh economy. Could even be presented as a post-crisis economy measure, like Los Santos' banking system is under federal watch and Leonida doesn't want the corruption leaking in. Second one, you're not you. Gameplay and lore hybrid kind of way. So Leonida isn't just a new map, it's a new identity. So you're starting fresh under a different alias. So this builds into the idea of opt-in role reset. You can't access your LS cache because in Leonida that version of you does not exist. Think of it as witness protection or deep cover. Your legacy wealth is tied to that name that it's invalid across the border. It also opens for some clever Rockstar humor, due to your criminal history. Maze Bank has declared to recognize your account in this jurisdiction. I think that would be quite neat. And number 3, frozen assets legacy firewall, which will be like a little bit more of a tech explanation. So to prevent market destabilization, Los Santos accounts are firewalled. Leonida only uses localized crypto or just new currency. This leans on the idea that currency segregation is a design feature, so Rockstar could literally introduce a new crypto-style currency for Leonida, like a satire of Bitcoin or Venmo, and you can't convert that to LS dollars directly. So it allows you to travel between maps for missions, exploration, or fun, but your economy power is going to be locked to each region. So travel, but not transfer rule set. So to tie it all together, here's how travel could work under this system. You can fly between the states from an airport or special terminal. Cooldown could be, let's say, 6 to 12 hours real time between travels. And when you arrive, you use your Leonida character, separate inventory, cash, and properties, and you become a completely different person. In Los Santos, your bank is Maze Bank. In Leonida, it might be something like, I don't know, Sun State Credit Union. Any money you earn in one state stays there, no wire transfers, no cross-map payouts. And Rockstar could still let you some things cross over. I don't know, some account level perks maybe, like GTA Plus or certain cosmetics, unlocks like clothes or paint jobs, sync by brand, but not earn cash. So the limited statewide events where both sides contribute toward a global goal. So here's the summer update clues. Let's talk about the current update, money fronts. Light on content, modular, more passive income systems, and everything feels like it's designed to prepare you, not to challenge you. Car washes, weed shops, laundromat. This isn't high-octane criminal empires. It's the kind of groundwork you lay before a major relocation, before a shift in power. It's not what we've been doing. It's not heists or anything. So why now? And I think it's because this summer might be our last chance to stack before the map changes. If they're introducing a second economy, they need to keep people liquid, I suppose. So they give you easy cash systems, they slow the game down, and then quietly wait. So this also buys time for them to scale some infrastructure in the background without needing to announce anything too early. So why this actually makes sense for Rockstar? So looking at their record, they've always supported two massive online games, right? Red Dead Online and GTA Online side by side. And they've talked in interviews about wanting a persisting, evolving world. They're supported multiple console generations without splitting communities. And back in the day, they let you fly between maps in San Andreas multiplayer, the community mod that inspired a lot of GTA Online structure. So they've done their homework. And more importantly, this isn't even a new concept. Look at how games like Warzone handle their map splits, or how Destiny's lets players move between legacy and current content. It's about choice, not deletion. And from a business standpoint, I think it's perfect. You keep whales spending money in Los Santos. Anyone that cannot port to the new system just can stay behind, and it's still going to be okay and running. You get new players or returning ones hooked on a clean slate economy, and you double dip on shark cards without having to fully migrate your backend. They're still going to be working. Rockstar doesn't kill money machines. We all know that. They just build new ones beside them. So, how it could work, some ground rules here. Here's how the system might function in practical terms. 2 save slots, one for Los Santos, one for Leonida. Each has its own economy, progression, and business. And shared Rockstar account handles GTA Plus status, login, and access to special perks. Limited travel between the two, possibly with some sort of cooldown or in-game travel mechanic. And legacy players get optional perks or migration bonuses. Nothing really pay to win. They keep the Los Santos player base happy, they give new content room to breathe, and they preserve 10 plus years of character history without forcing a reset. If they learn anything from Red Dead Online's collapse, is that communication matters. So this theory assumes they'd roll it out gradually, possibly in waves. So that's the two-state theory. Not a reboot, not a reset, a quiet fork in the road, one map for the old world and one for the new one. Is it confirmed? No, but I think it fits. And with how modular everything's getting, from GTA Plus perks to this stripped-down summer update, don't be surprised if we're living in a GTA's last days as a one-map game. So that's going to be it. Thanks for tuning in. If you've got your own take on how this could work, drop it in the comments. Thanks for riding Shotgun. Bish, signing out.